Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you were able to join me and watch the flip through of this beautiful new journal that I've just finished creating. It is the second one in my series of French Flea, and this one I have named Lyon French Flea. It is a beautiful, beautiful French blue silk cover, brocade cover. And the piece that I had to use was quite small, so I just barely made it fit. I used the selvage edge on the side, which I quite like. And then on this edge, I used some beautiful metallic trim just on the edge there. It's kind of a mushroomy taupey color together with the blue. It seemed to coordinate the best, and I really, really like it. I hope you do too. I've added a piece of vintage jewelry. It was a hair comb, and I just clipped off the places where it attached to the actual comb and then attached it to the cover here. So there is some give to it. You could pull it out. I haven't tried to do that yet, but I made it with the intentions that you could do that if you want to swap it out for something else. It is 6 inches wide, 8.5 inches tall, 1 3/4 inch spine with beautiful vintage mother of pearl and metallic edged buttons sewn into the spine. This is a piece of vintage scarf that I used. The color was perfect. I absolutely love the way that it complements that French blue silk so beautifully. Inside, I've just used some anagraphine papers and machine sewed them with blue thread around the cover. I've got a little antique lace envelope that I've wrapped some of the journal pieces in, tied it together with crinkled seam binding in a mushroom color. And you can, use this lace wherever else you would like for the person who receives this journal. It's got a booklet that I've made out of some digital papers, some vintage lace, embroidery thread, and repurposed beads, vintage beads. These digitals are from Odosina. It's her herbal garden. Some stamping, and then a lace veiled page. Just some extra little space for journaling, and of course you can tuck that in your pocket or your purse. I've got a vintage envelope and letter. The French one that I had was just an odd shape, and it wasn't working with the little piece of antique lace that I chose as the envelope wrapping. So I just decided to put this one in here based on size. It's really cute sometimes to read these old letters. They're so endearing. A vintage looking tag that I created with antique French black lace, vintage button with a black button with a rhinestone, and then beautiful vintage applique. They're hard to find in black for sure. And when I see these, if I see them again, I will grab more. Beads and sequins, just beautiful. And then the opening page, I've got a stamped image of a corset, some music notes, and a teapot, some of Sheila's beautiful bling with the mirrored sequins and pearl beads. A sweet little dangle on this side. Just some extra papers for adding to your journal. It's kind of what I've done in this one. A little bit more is added a few extra things, pieces of ephemera that can be placed wherever you would like them. On this side, I've got some crocheted cotton trim, absolutely beautiful. It's so soft and delicate. And then some applique trim from Lavish Laces. On this side, I've got Edith Holden book page in that beautiful blue-gray, some antique lace in the paper clip holding these images in, some more corset. That's from the paper Stamperia paper collection called Old Lace. It's done some collaging here with the word Madame. And avocado dyed lace, stamping throughout of roses, French book page, vintage book page, rag paper from Lavish Laces, some avocado dyed paper, and then this beautiful combination of laces. This was a large piece that I've cut apart and just added to the page edge. It just finished it off so beautifully. I really, really love that. And then some Edith Holden book page. Beautiful black scalloped lace on this side of the page. Also some vintage blue lace at the top of this paper clip, just in case you can't see it there. These are little finishing touches that I add once I put all the ephemera in place. Then I go back and fill in the gaps or add some floof to the top of the pages just for interest. And then we've got some more journaling pieces. This envelope is the one from France, dated oh, what was it? I thought I saw it before. It's well over 100. There it is. Looks like 1911. Isn't that amazing? 1911. That's crazy. Anyhow, that's stamped, and some vintage, looks like a library card. Just some extra pieces of ephemera that can be moved around or added, add your own journaling to them. Vellum paper, the word vintage added to this page, some gorgeous vintage lace from Lavish Laces, and some of Sheila's beautiful bling in silver. Pieces of ephemera that I've made. This is Italian Florentine paper, fussy cut botanical flowers, some chiffon ribbon added to the top, and then just a piece of ephemera that I received from someone else, passing it on to the next person. And then I've just done some stamping on these little hearts and added some fibers and some collaging on the bottom. Some more Lavish Laces. I love the metallics, absolutely love the metallics. And there are a lot of silver colored metallic trims and such in this particular journal. Lots of pink, green, ivory, just gorgeous. Paris. And then these are both antique laces here. Excuse me. This paper clip, I've added the antique lace. That's about 1.5 inches wide. It's just so beautiful. Coordinated very nicely with these papers. Some vintage sheet music, which I've reinforced on both sides with vintage lace. This is beautiful, beautiful black vintage lace with the netting on it. And then on this side, I've got a book plate that you can add your name to it, and parchment paper or vellum paper envelope that's been tea dyed and stamped with some script text. A fussy cut flower, and then a fleur-de-lis charm on the paper clip with a, not glass, plastic, acrylic maybe. They are vintage. They were earrings that I repurposed, but they were not extravagant, that's for sure. So that goes back over here. And then a beautiful lady. I love this page because I love this lace so much. These are both from Lavish Laces. Applique trim. So beautiful. And the eyelet cotton on this side. And then here I've just added the rest of the lace that I had from the veiled page in the front cover. This little charm says perfumery. And just some extra journaling card writing space that complements this image so beautifully. And on this side, I have added a beautiful vintage, I think it was a napkin. It was larger than a hanky. So I created a page on this side, or attached it to the page. And then I chose one of my pieces of ephemera so that you can see through the pocket. So beautiful. Some tea-dyed index paper, French book page, applique, and the Italian Florentine paper that I fussy cut perfume images from. These beautiful vintage metal buttons. They're very heavy. They could be antique, I'm not sure, but I really love them. Forgot to say something about them in the previous journal. And stamped on the back with Made in Paris, I guess. Blue parchment paper. Beautiful, beautiful lace combination here. I've added a couple together. This is beautiful French lace, and then the cotton eyelet insert lace. I've added some blue trim through there. And then from Gisela, I've got one of her postcards, antique French postcard, and just a digital that I have antiqued up a little bit, and fussy cut flowers. I believe those are bluebells. Of course, these can be moved around anywhere that you would like in the journal. Stamping, gorgeous, beautiful, gorgeous sequined applique trim, lace trim, so pretty. And then I've just added some Edith Holden book page. On this side, I've got eyelet cotton that I've threaded a very fine piece of trim. That's from Susie. It's rose gold and it's metallic, and it's just absolutely stunning. I absolutely love it. So pretty. This is the center of the journal with the vintage rag paper. And then these are the dangles, and they are long. Just love that French blue. I've got some silver and then pewter colored, not really black, but more pewter colored. Vintage rhinestone button and some dangles. And these pieces are all from a necklace that I repurposed. Added a bit of crinkled seam binding, and that is one of my favorite things about making a journal. Coming to this stage of the creation is knowing that I'm close to the end. And to me, it's like putting jewelry on and going out for a fancy occasion, just getting my journals ready to showcase. Another index card with some digital paper, some of the vintage lace from vintage Lavish Laces. That's a scripture verse on there. Some of her beautiful antique lace on the side here with little roses in them. Brocade. And then another piece of removable, I guess I could take this out, removable fabric and lace swatch that you could add anywhere. This is a vintage button, and I've attached it, but you could certainly pull it apart and use it elsewhere. Beautiful antique lace and some ticking fabric with a vintage dangle that I've added to the paper clip. And I just think those are so sweet, these swatches. On this side, I've got some gorgeous lace that I'm just in love with. So beautiful. It's very, very delicate. This is also a tuck spot. You could add anything you would like in there. Some beautiful black sparkly lace on this side. The ruffle had come undone, so I had to re-sew it before I attached it. That was a little bit tricky, but you'd never know. And on this side of the page, I have added a decoupage tag with some sari silk run through it and a little dangle with some pretty beads on there. Vintage lace in the blue. And then this is a tag that I actually purchased and then just added one of Sheila's beads As the dangle, it's reversible. How sweet is that? And then some antique blue lace on the paper clip. Lady in Blue, beautiful blue cotton trim from Lavish Laces. Here I have added an embellished envelope that I've made with some antique sand paste and a beautiful tea-dyed applique. You can add whatever you would like inside. Fill it up with your treasures. And of course, I've attached some antique lace to the paper clip on this side. Avocado dyed lace that comes from my stash. Double ruffle, and then the pretty little band on the side. Very detailed. Beautiful pale pink lace. I believe it's Venice lace trim stamping. And then here's another little loose piece of ephemera. You could put it wherever you would like. Tuck something in behind it. And green parchment paper. Just love the variety of the colors. Adds so much interest to this journal. I've got another one of these perfume pieces of ephemera, a tag with vintage pearl buttons, applique, French book page, and then the Italian Florentine paper that I've fussy cut. Added some stamping on the back, and that is done from a tea-dyed index card. Gorgeous applique. These are from Susie, and I've tea-dyed them on this vintage music paper. Some black lace, just a few touches of black in this one, and a gorgeous image of that corset lacing in the back of her dress. This pocket has a triple pocket, chiffon ribbon trim, the Italian Florentine paper, and a beautiful corset image. Can be journaled on the back. And then just some extra little pieces and these French dictionary cards. Some lavish laces trim, and then gorgeous lace trim on this side. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? That is some of Sheila's velvet that I have run through the insert of the eyelet cotton. So beautiful. The vellum paper, some more trim that I have tea-dyed in a ruffle. Just some extra little pieces that you can add wherever you would like. And gorgeous antique lace. Isn't that just stunning, that color? Love it. And then on the other page, it might be my favorite image. And I love this antique lace that I was able to add to it. Isn't that just beautiful? I think she is just so sweet. She looks like a young girl in her beautiful gown that is complemented with black in the fabric. Black lace, so very beautiful. This is called chevron edged antique lace, and I have avocado dyed it. The word antique. Some more rag paper, vintage French book page, and then this page is just some extra writing paper that I've added with this sweet little topper. This came from my friend Jacqueline Haley that I met in North Carolina, and she had given us each a little decorative bag with a large tag in it that she made. That was a gift to table mates. So I thought I would reuse it here as it went with this journal so beautifully. I love it. Antique lace on the side edge. Beautiful, beautiful rose image. And then this crocheted cotton trim lace on the edge of this page. And that comes us to the end of this journal. Beautiful lace veiled page. And my business card with the name of this journal, Lyon French Flea. And then one more of these tags that I've created using vintage and antique French lace and button. And then on the back, this just matched the colors so perfectly. I just lightly attached this applique. I just thought it was so stunning. I'm trying to look for a card or something that will go inside. I guess I could use this one. Just to show you, you can tuck, oh, I have something in here. There we go. You can just add whatever you would like into the back pocket here and reuse it anywhere in the journal. So that is the little flip through of Lyon French Flea, my second journal in this series. I hope you've enjoyed looking at all the details, and she is available if you are at all interested. These do go fast, so let me know as soon as you can if you are interested, and we can talk about it later. I've got 2 more coming, another probably blue or greeny covered one, and then the blush with black lace has already been spoken for. So this is my share of the day. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching with me. Have a great day.